I'm Mandy Ashley, the director of the Aurora Health Alliance. Welcome to our second attempt at our spring quarterly community meeting. Apologies if you tried to join the last one. It was like a 20-minute nationwide Zoom outage when right when we were trying to get started. So apologies for that, but thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Mandy. Welcome, everyone. As Mandy said, I'll help out with presentations and just want to introduce myself. I'm Joe Glaviano. I'm the program manager with the Aurora Health Alliance. Thank you for being here for, again, as Mandy said, our second attempt for a quarterly meeting. Hopefully no technical issues this time. We'll see. I wanted to just bring up a slide that shows all of our speakers today. I am really excited to hear from all of them. We're going to start with Samantha O'Neill, who is with Pickens Technical College, and then we will move on to the Aurora Water topic with Anne-Marie Boger, Breana Winters, and Rory Franklin, and then with Colorado Consumer Health Initiative for legislative update with Candace Bailey. So thank you for being here. Samantha O'Neill, I will let you take it away.
Well, hi, everybody. My name is Samantha O'Neill. I am a project manager working with Pickens Technical College. I support some of our health pathway programs, and I am partnered with CDPHE for one of their PBHE grants. A lot of acronyms, a lot of letters that I'm sure a lot of you are actually familiar with. We're in good company, and if you're not, that's okay. We will totally get into that. So who is Pickens Technical College? For those of you who don't know, we prepare our students for post-secondary and workforce readiness through CTE, Career and Technical Education. We have about 25 different programs that prepare our students for the real world with hands-on skills in high-demand career fields. So we're anywhere from the skilled trades to arts and technology to health, business and marketing, human services, and then natural sciences as well. So breakdown of some of those human services, that's like our cosmetology program. So those of you who are in the Aurora community, we have a cosmetology program that serves the community, and we highly recommend that you stop by. Maybe get yourself a facial, get your nails done, get a haircut. It's a great place to go for that because it is very discounted. Also, any clients that you might work with that you want to share that information with, we do that all the time and we'll set up different groups. I know there was a point where Aurora Mental Health would come in and bring some of their clients in and just do like a nice spa day for them. So if that's something that you want to recommend for people to do for some nice self-care, we always love to have that. Our students at Pickens, they earn industry-based certificates and then they get transferable college credits. So we always like to tell people that Pickens is a great place to start because you can get your certification here and go directly into your career field, or you can start here at Pickens and then start to transfer. Maybe you want to go to a community college. Maybe you want to go to a 4-year program and continue to build upon those certifications. So we have those transferable college credits. Our structure at Pickens is pretty cool and unique from some of the other CTE-based programming. So we have about 50% high school students and then 50% post-secondary students. So anybody who is out in the world, they've graduated high school or they've gotten their high school diploma or their GED, they can come to Pickens. And then we're partnered with Aurora Public Schools, but we also serve the surrounding areas as well. And so we've got a lot of students from the Eastern Corridor, places like Elizabeth, Bennett, Byers, Watkins, Strasburg. Those students will also have the opportunity to come to Pickens as well. We have about 1,400 students. We've got morning, afternoon, evening programs, and then we offer customized trainings where we partner with different organizations and companies to make sure that we can upskill, reskill some of their employees. So most of us here are in the health pathway industry and realm. So what we have that I specifically focus on is our medical assisting, our dental assisting, and pharmacy technician. We also have a LPN program. We occasionally are able to offer a CNA program, and we have a respiratory therapy program as well. I am only supporting these three programs, so that is where the majority of my knowledge base comes from. But with these programs, we always intend to bridge classroom learning with the real world experience. So our students are getting hands-on real world experience day one. Our students also, in all three of these programs, go through training in different clinical settings. And so it's so important that we form these valuable partnerships with healthcare organizations like yourselves, so that we can achieve this goal for our students. By them doing these clinical practice-based training, they get that industry experience, they can expand their professional networks. A lot of students end up working at the place that they've done their clinical or externship at because they've already formed that relationship. They've already gone through your training program and your onboarding, and they feel comfortable. You feel comfortable as well working with somebody who has already invested that time. And so that network is really important for those students. These also help improve their employability. Our students are confident, skilled, and ready to meet the evolving demands of the healthcare industry. Just a little breakdown more so about CTE and some of our short-term credentials. We are a big proponent of this, of course, because that is what our school is built upon. But these short-term credentials really create more jobs and opportunities for all Coloradoans. We are planning, not we Pickens, but we, the state of Colorado, that these types of short-term credentials will really help fill some of the state. By upskilling the state labor pool, this can help lead to higher wage work, which is always important for our students. Our high school students, they have the opportunity to graduate with these credentials and then go straight into the workforce, which is incredible. They complete our program that's totally paid for by their high school. They start off the world of work without any debt and are able to really start earning some high wage income. So we love that. So we have our dental assisting program. I have the dental assisting flyer that I'll share with you, and it just breaks down all of the different classes that our students take. It breaks down their accreditation, the amount of hours that they need for their clinical experience, licensure, as well as costs, just so that you're familiar with that. And then again, if you're ever working with someone who's interested in this career field, you can always direct them this way. Some of the main key points, some of our bullet points for our dental students here is that they are able to meet the needs of diverse populations and the dental profession. They really focus on effective communication, critical thinking, building that technology literacy, and their strong professionalism. We prepare our students to succeed in a highly competitive economy. All of our students are able to assist the dentist at chairside, perform reception, clerical functions, and laboratory work as well. And then some of their specific skills is that they can work with x-rays, impressions, preventative education, nutritional counseling. They learn polishing. They're able to work with actual clients while they're at Pickens, like real life human clients. Whereas some other schools, based off accreditation, they're able to work with models, but not with actual human clients. Our pharmacy technician program, we make sure that students are able to work with prescribed medications. They're able to work in retail settings, pharmacy, hospital, nursing homes, mail order pharmacies. They learn a lot of medical terminology, not just for the actual physical act of the medical work they're doing, but understanding that terminology because they're communicating with doctors, they're communicating with different facilities on a regular basis. These students take the Pharmacy Technical Certificate Board exam, the PTCB, and so that is a requirement at a lot of different pharmacy locations. And we're partnered with Pioneer RX Pharmacy software so that our students are able to learn in the real world environment using the most up-to-date technology. And finally, our medical assisting program. These students serve both front and back office functions within the healthcare industry, medical offices, clinics, agencies. They're able to register new patients, use proper telephone techniques, scheduling, medical records. They can take and record vital signs, phlebotomy. They work as an ECG and EKG technicians, urinalysis, and medical dosage calculations. And these students, they spend about 160 hours at their clinicals, and they are across the board. We've got students in working with DaVita, we've got students with HCA, UC Health, we've got students in individual standalone clinics, larger hospital settings, home health as well. And so really, these medical assisting students, this is a perfect place for them to kind of figure out what area they're most interested in and then try that out throughout their externship experience so that they can then move on towards the field that they really want to dig deeper into. So for everybody here, how can you get involved with Pickens? How can you get to know more about Pickens and work with our school? Our biggest area is our clinicals and externships and apprenticeships. This is something that we can chat with you about. If you have heard the word apprenticeship thrown around, we are a registered apprenticeship site with the state of Colorado. So what that means is that we take on the element of filing with the state. We take on the administrative portion of getting everything set up for you so that you can do what you know best, which is to train and lead the employees and provide a positive environment for your team and your future team. We also have occupational advisory boards where we ask the industry to come into our space and just advise us. Let us know what is happening out there so that we can produce the best students for you. Because all of our instructors come from the industry, but they're now here at Pickens teaching our students. So we get to learn from you all. Also, if anyone's ever hiring, we have job postings. We can share our career placement coordinator. I would be happy to connect any of you with her just so that you can get the word out for some of the positions that you have open. And then we always have networking nights and career fairs. You can come visit our school, just check out what we've got going on at Pickens. It's one of those places where you don't fully understand it until you step in and just see the magic happening. There is something going on around every corner at Pickens, and we're very versatile. We've got a lot going on there. So we'd love to have any and all of you there. And then, yeah, here's my contact information. I'll also put it in the chat along with those guides going over each of our different programs. That way, if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to meet with you. All of our programs are done at the end of May, so our school is totally empty during the summer. So I wouldn't recommend touring, but I'm super available in the summer to chat. And then we'll get you on a tour when students are there, teachers are there, and you can actually see some of the cool work that everyone's doing. All right. Well, thank you all so much. And does anybody have any questions for me?
Thank you, Samantha.
Of course. Oh, Alyssa, I see your hand up.
Hi, I didn't have a question, but just wanted to piggyback on your presentation, Sammy, and just take a moment to advocate for Pickens. It is one of the most engaging, diverse educational institutions in the entire state. I had the honor of working there for 18 months. I now work at the state recruiting individuals into the healthcare field via a loan repayment opportunity, and have had so many great interactions with the students at Pickens. The instructors really care. It's a great place to find students that are well trained in cultural competence and also just in their skills. So thank you, Sammy, for taking a second to promote Pickens. And for giving me the chance to nerd out about how awesome it is. It really is like Chuck E. Cheese there, y'all. They have so many different programs. There's also, I know Sammy mentioned the salon, but they have an automotive program where you can get oil changes at a discount and all sorts of other fun stuff. If you want to see what it's like to really dig into workforce development, yeah, go to Pickens when there's students around. It's great.
Thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate that. We also have a design lab. So if you are a small business owner and you need design support, we have a graphic design program, and they will work with you to create an entire branding package. They've got a like apparel shop that they can print and create different items for you. So it really is a cool place, and I am happy to give anybody a tour at any point.
Great. Thank you so much, Samantha. Thanks for the great information, and really excited to hear about all the work that you do there and all the programs. So that was really helpful. So I wanted to move us on to Aurora Water and the great project happening there. And so I will turn it over to Anne, Breana, and Rory.
So thank you, everybody, for, and also thank you to Aurora Health Alliance for letting us speak in this. My name is Rory Franklin. I'm the Senior Communication Strategist for Aurora Water. And we had an excellent opportunity to partner with several different organizations. So you can see all of us that are listed on here in the slide. So you're probably going, wow, that's a lot of organizations for this one presentation. So, and there's a reason for it, and we'll get into that here in just a little bit. But I've been working with Aurora Health Alliance, I think, for a little bit over a year. And as part of Aurora Water, I think that some of you know about the lead service line program that we have that's going on in Aurora. Our lead is primarily located in kind of Ward 1. So afterward, if you ever have questions about it, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to talk more about it. We've had quite a bit of information that's gone out to our community. And then we've had some information also with Aurora Health Alliance. Okay, so I'm not going to go into all of this text that's on here, but just to give you a little bit of an idea, Aurora Water is, because of the number of water quality issues that have been out there, because of ongoing climate challenges that we're going to have, and then also regulatory challenges, we know that it's more important than ever to kind of talk to our communities and have our communities have an understanding of water. Not only from where it comes from, how we source that water, how it travels here to the city, how that water is then cleaned, and how safe and dependable water is then delivered to our customers. And so we're working closely with Metro Water Recovery to kind of do this Community Water Champions Alliance. And so with this alliance, what we would like to do is work more with the community, especially with health organizations, to give you a better sense of our water, our processes, and then what happens to that water after it goes to Metro, and what happens to the water even after that. So because having informed consumers is incredibly helpful for us as we move through all of these different challenges that we're going to be facing, for decades to come. So we had an excellent opportunity with River Network and Water Now Alliance. They have been looking at partnerships and community academies that have done really well, and what it's meant for those communities to be able to work with water utilities and to have a better understanding. So they started what is a community academy. And so with that academy, what we do is we just provide information, but not just provide information, but have an opportunity for more of those kind of two-way conversations. So the Water Champion Alliance, so through this unique opportunity that we have, we're receiving a pro bono grant. And so basically it's just assistance for doing these academies, and then also to provide a framework for Aurora Health Alliance for you to better understand Aurora water and metro water reclamation, so that you have a better understanding of the needs of our communities, so that we can address and serve them better now and in the future. So we're hoping that this is going to be more of kind of two-way conversations. So what it comes down to, what we're trying to do within this is we're going to be offering kind of one-day overviews of our different organizations. So for Aurora Water, for example, we would be going to one of our treatment facilities, which is the Peter D. Binney Water Purification Facility. It's our state-of-the-art facility, and that's where we do a lot of our treatment. We have treatment trains that actually are reuse water. And so what we do is water that comes out through Sand Creek, we pull that water through natural processes, and then it goes to the Binney facility for treatment. So it covers that, and then it also goes into issues, about water quality. But what we would like to do is also find out from members from Aurora Health Alliance, what is it that you want to hear about? I mean, we know what we like to present, but we want to get a better sense of what is helpful for you and your community to actually know about water. Because water is always one of those things where I think is very often misunderstood. So from studies that have been done, people's understanding of water kind of starts and ends at the tap. And so we'd like to have, an opportunity for a better understanding of what that process is. And then also as health providers, what are the concerns that you see within your communities or that you even have within it? So I am going to now hand it off to Breana to talk about metro water recovery.
Thanks, Rory. Hi, I'm Breana Winters. I am the Community Engagement Specialist at Metro, and we also have Anne-Marie Boger on. That's our Community Engagement Liaison. And yes, we are with Metro Water Recovery. We are the largest water and resource recovery agency in the Rocky Mountain West. We have over 400 employees, and we work really hard day in and day out to treat wastewater throughout the region. You can see a map here of our service area. It does include the city of Aurora and parts of the following counties. It's very large. We serve over 2.2 million people. And as you saw on the first slide, our entire mission is really to protect the region's health and the environment by cleaning water and recovering resources. So that's a little bit about Metro, and we look forward to telling you more about us at the event. So we can go to the next slide. We'd love to talk to you about what we're offering. The Water Champion Alliance, yeah, it's a new name, so we're all getting used to it. This event is for all of you, and so we're planning it with you in mind. At this time, we are not asking you to commit to joining, rather just let us know that you're interested so we can plan these 2 half days around you all. We want as many of you that want to learn about this to be able to attend, so it really is just for this alliance. We are looking at 2 half days in August or September. Right here, I have a survey. We really need to know what days of the week work best, what times, just to make sure everyone can come. This is our plug. Both days will have food. I hope you heard that. Yes, there will be food. Of course, the presentations, and then as Rory mentioned, tours of both facilities. So one day will be in Aurora and one day will be in Brighton at our northern treatment facility, as we do have 2 wastewater treatment facilities. And so you'll receive an overview of each organization's work in your community. Yeah, we're excited to share how we serve Aurora. And of course, each facility's treatment process will be covered. But beyond that, there is so much we can share with you all, but we really need to hear from you. What are you most interested in learning about? What information would benefit your community to know more about so we can tailor this to you all? So yeah, lastly, the survey just asked about hybrid options for the presentations. We hope everyone can come in person and enjoy the tours, but perhaps you can only come for the presentations. We're considering a hybrid, and then other accessibility considerations are included in the survey as well. So please, please, please take this short survey. You can take it in English or Spanish, and just let us know how we can make this event as useful to you as possible, as comfortable for you as possible. And I'll also put the link in the chat.
Thank you both for the information. I'm sorry, the quality report is available to look up. You mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. I can put a link to that as well. We're actually in the process right now of adding our latest one, which is our data from 2024. So, and it includes quite a bit of information, includes more about our lead program as well as PFAS, which I think is, has been in the news quite a bit. And then it also shows the testing and the sampling that we do. For example, we do 85,000 tests system-wide. So it's quite a bit that goes into just the testing part for water.
Hey, Rory, Mandy did have a question in the chat, just asking what is Benny, if you want to clarify.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so BNI is our water purification facility. So that's our state-of-the-art facility where we actually do a combination. So we have two separate trains. One of them is pulled through the South Platte into the Peter D. Binney water purification facility. And then we also blend that with our mountain source water. But it's a really cool building, and it's amazing to see the entire process of what it is that takes place.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah. And for our facility, I know I mentioned we have two. For those of you joining, you'll be at our newer facility. And so it's really impressive, the innovations that have come through wastewater treatment. It was built in the last 10 years. So.
Okay. And then Mandy also asked, do any rivers run through Aurora that we get water out of? So that's kind of one of the interesting things about Aurora. Is that we are not located near a major river source. So probably the closest one is the South Platte River. So our water sources come from up to 150 miles away in the mountains. So it takes quite a bit to actually convey those water supplies to here in Aurora.
Thank you all so much. We appreciate the information and really, first of all, bringing to attention that, we really try and highlight information and resources that connect with health. And I think it really exemplified how kind of everything connects to health. So we're not just trying to feature folks that are in actual medical offices providing care, though we do, talk about that as well, but that all of these different pieces contribute to health. And so I just think it's really important to talk about that, and appreciate you all being here and talking about this project. I will now open it up to you all as to your announcements. If you are wanting to let us know about the work you're doing, an event coming up.
I wanted to share that this year we're getting ready to do the third annual walk and roll here in Aurora around Delmar Park. Mayor Kaufman has proclaimed the month of May as Older Aurorans Month. Nationally, it is known as Older Americans Month. So I'll hold this up, and it's going to be on Friday morning, May 16th at Delmar Park. And, please help us to spread the word. I'll send this over to Jo so she can perhaps share it with all of you. The objective, though, is to get everybody moving, whether you're on a walker, whether you're on a cane or not. If you're in a wheelchair, we can still get around that park 1 mile. There's no rush, there's no hurry, there's refreshments and breakfast being served. Medals get given to all the people who cross the finish line. It's a lot of fun, and I do hope that you all will join us.
Love it. Thank you, Jeannie. Yes, please send me that flyer and we'll get that out to our networks. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you all.
My health and wellness best practices podcast, I kicked that off the first of the year, and I'm looking for more podcast guests to come on. Today, I just posted my most recent podcast with Julie Reskin with the Colorado Cross Disability Coalition about their organization. Last week was Rocky Mountain Equality on LGBTQ plus issues and what that organization does. Mad Moms, their tour of the Capitol and the support they're getting. Senator Daphne Mickelson Janae, who's a huge promoter of health issues, and particularly children's mental health. She has done an interview with me, and that's posted, and she's doing another one on June 4th. Eddie Sun with the Colorado Behavioral Health Care Council approached me about doing a panel discussion on the impact of cuts to Medicaid would have both on the Front Range as well as rural Colorado. And I hope to have that put together by next week. So we got a lot of really, really good information for the public. And I'd appreciate any boost you could do out to the community at large. And again, I have a really, really interesting commitment from Congressman Crow to come on. I asked him if he'd come on and talk about mental health issues through the VA for combat veterans. And in the meantime, he wants to also talk about the Medicaid issue because that is also impacting veterans in a big way. So anyhow, again, feel free to get to contact me if you want to come on and do a podcast about your organization. I'd be more than happy to promote that wherever we can. And I have all that information in the chat. So thanks.
Great. Thank you, Dennis. Alyssa, thanks for putting that information there about CDPHE's primary care office operating on an exciting pilot program called the CHSC Futures Program. What is CHSC? Alyssa, you're on mute.
Sorry, y'all. It's modeled after the National Health Service Corps. We're a state-run program called the Colorado Health Service Corps. It's been in a pretty successful fixture in the primary care office since 2009. And yeah, this pilot's brand new. It is from a privately funded source for those that have questions about federal funding and some of the politically like things that are happening in our political environment. So yeah, happy to talk more about it or answer questions. We deliver student presentations to individuals that might be a potential mentee, and we're also looking for mentors who have received either Colorado Health Service Corps or National Health Service Corps funding to mentor the future generation of Colorado Health Service Corps clinicians. So we're really excited about the effort. Happy to chat with anyone that's even a fraction intrigued.
Thank you so much. This is great. And then Anita put in the chat about CU Institute's Health and Wellness Center's Community Nutrition Program. They have new virtual cooking classes open to the public. These are free. Awesome. This is really great. And we will be including the information and Anita will come and speak to us at our fall quarterly community meeting. That's in October. So hopefully you can join us then. But any other announcements, resources, things you want us to know about what's happening?
Hi, y'all. My name is Aja Mejia. For those of y'all who I have yet had the pleasure to meet, I work at the Center for Health Equity at the Anschutz Medical Campus. And I just put it in the chat with a typo. Wonderful. But this is the flyer for our upcoming Community Campus Forum on November 15th, 2025. This is our second annual. Last year, we had about 150 folks on campus on a Saturday talking about health equity, from mental health to nutrition to brain health across the lifespan, from firearm injury prevention initiatives to community-led initiatives. And we had some wonderful speakers who've also impacted health legislation in the state. Some of y'all might know Dr. Lilia Cervantes, who has impacted legislation at the state level as well and created health access for many folks. So would love to have y'all there this year. This flyer in the chat is the save the date flyer. And I will share more details as more things fall into place, but this event is happening on November 15th. We will also have simultaneous interpretation available in more than Spanish. Last year we did Spanish, Korean, and Burmese. We hope to do the same this year and potentially expand to more languages. So yeah, it would be wonderful to have you all there. Thank you so much.
I wanted to thank Samantha O'Neill again for talking about Pickens Technical College and the great work there. And then Breana and Rory, thank you so much for your information about the Aurora Water Academy and the great project.